Oh no, no wonder I'm awful. So that's where I am. That's where it needs. Fast flat. Ooh, that felt naughty as well. I have struggled with one devastating fault in my swing for years. But miraculously, I fixed that fault in minutes, well, yesterday. This small gadget embarrassingly showed me in seconds how to finally hit the ball straight and potentially further. So as a player and coach that emphasizes the importance of feels in the golf swing, it's no wonder I found this instant feedback feel machine so useful. But if I wasn't a golf coach, but an amateur golfer looking to improve fast in 2024, would this be the right investment or a complete waste of money? Perception versus reality is the main reason golfers never reach their full potential in this game. It's like singing along to your favorite song thinking you're crushing every high note, but then you listen back to the recording and it's another story. Many of you would have seen a great golf tutorial video on YouTube, rushed out the door to the range, set up the camera, and started hitting balls like the video said, only to look back at the footage, bewildered, confused at what you're seeing doesn't line up from what you felt when you were swinging. Which is why in 2024, golf coaches still have a job. But with advancements in technology, is that set to change? Hackmotion was on my bucket list in 2024 as a gadget to help teach golfers how to hit the ball a lot further and get the same feeling that I do in, well, the downswing. However, what was going to be a simple review turned into quite a humbling experience and explains one of the many reasons why I didn't reach my full potential as, well, a tournament player. Now, thanks to you guys that watch and subscribe to the channel, I get to humble myself and show you my catastrophic fault in my swing free of charge, as Hackmotion have sent this to me, as well as they've provided an affiliate link. It gives you 5% off, however my channel's all about value for money. And with the most affordable option being just under €300, can I justify this device for the average golfer? And the not so simple answer is, well, yes and no. I'm not going to bore you with the setup guide, by the way, because it's so self-explanatory. There's tons of videos and reviews already on this, how to do that. More importantly, I'm going to show you how this can give you so much more distance and why I struggle to hit the ball straight, well, pretty much all the time. Wrist flexion is the reason why I thought I was going to be a god on this device. And in part, I am right. Wrist flexion, pointing that wrist down towards the ground, is the reason why I can hit virtually any golf club a pretty decent distance. Oh my God, I actually got close to somewhat decent. Yesterday, me would be absolutely ecstatic with that. But this first part is all about distance. The next part, I'll show you my Achilles heel. And at the end, I'll show you the expensive option, full analysis data of why I have the ability to swing a club so fast, but then also my dispersion is just, well, all over the place. Wrist flexion in the downswing is one of the hardest feelings in golf. There's no question about it. And I've kind of perfected it over the years. That's why it's given me the ability to hit any club reasonably far. Because my wrist is so bowed on the way down, notice how much that club face is shut. It means that I can produce so much forward lean, essentially at impact, that even though I have a 7-iron in my hands, the ball thinks because my club face is so close and I can drive my hands into the ball, I've essentially got, well, a 5-iron. 85 miles an hour, 16 degrees launch, arguably too low, 171 yards carry. Versus a lot of players that I teach and I've seen, and also I struggle with in the past, is they don't flex the wrist in the downswing. They don't have this flexion, they have extension. And the problem is, especially in the downswing, if our wrist is cupped, we've got that extension, the club face is coming down very open. Not only that, because we're coming down in this extension on the way down, we're having to cast the club just to straighten it up. And not only that, we're adding loft because of it. Not to mention, we're probably backing out of the swing so we don't slice it out to the right-hand side. And with the same club head speed, 85 miles an hour, casting, coming over the top, opening that club face. With the same 7-iron and at the same club head speed, we've got 0 compression, way too much launch, so it thinks it's using a 9-iron. We're coming across the ball, too much spin, 130 yards carry. Now, this certainly isn't new, and anyone that's come to see me, especially when they're trying to gain distance with virtually every club in their bag, they will tell you how much I'm getting them to close that club face, bow that, start off with small swings, get used to this late release on the inside, very much exaggerate the feeling. The only downside is that if they don't have me there putting them manually in that place, how do they not know that they're just, well, going back to the same mistake? Which is why I absolutely love this feature, this audio feedback. Wait for it. There she is. Oh, listen to the praise. That's what we want. I am a feel player, and the great thing about this is that you don't even need a golf ball to know if you're doing it right. I've got it set at the impact one. You'll hear the little song and dance. Honestly, you could stand here just going like this. If you cup your wrist, no praise, 0 praise. 0 green light. The point is you're getting instant feedback of whether you're doing it right or not. And if you get that in the right position, especially this one here, it means you're going to get a lot more distance. So it's probably time we talk about my Achilles heel and why some of you longer hitters have always struggled to keep the driver or any long club straight. To hit a ball straight is pretty simple. Club travels towards the target, face points towards the target. If you're coming this way with a very open club face, well, you're not going to hit it very straight, are you? And if we could all hit the ball 300 yards doing this, well, it'd be a very simple game. We can all agree that's relatively straight. However, we didn't really get that much club head speed. Let's hit a shot that feels natural to me. Let's hit one that's going to get that flexion on the downswing, but highlight one of my biggest weaknesses and why I struggle with consistency. Oh, he felt good. That was well struck, I'm not going to lie. And when I time that swing well in a room temperature, off a mat, no pressure, against my studio, I could probably do that quite consistently. However, this highlights A, why I've been struggling with a wrist injury for the last month, and B, the feeling that I feel like I'm doing versus the reality of what I actually am. My old swing gets to the top of the swing, and notice where that wrist is. Very extended. You can see it on the machine there. Plus 53. In reality, that's where we want it. The reason we want it there is look what happens if I just bring the club down to the ball. Oh, we're already square to the target. Over years of practice, training, just borderline cheating, I get here and then drop it on the inside. The problem with this move is number one, it's obviously destroying my wrist. Number two is that I need incredible timing and, well, a bit of luck to, well, hit it somewhere towards the target. So let's use the feedback. We're going to go to the top of the swing. This is personally my favorite as the one that I'm going to be using most with a lot of my lessons. But notice here, praise, love it. Top of the swing, already I can feel it. That's where I need to be. I could just do this at home. I could just go, right, can I practice getting in that position? Can I practice get it in that position? Right, short, powerful, straight down the throat of it. Oh, that was it as well. Oh, that felt lovely. Oh, baby. But golf is all about compromises. So by doing this, what am I actually losing out on and what am I actually gaining? And I'm going to hit 2 swings, one with the old swing and then 2 with the new swing. Right, old swing first. Well, it went straight, didn't it? Just under 100 miles an hour. Not the best efficiency, mind you. Pretty high launch, which is something that I don't really want. But decent carry, decent distance. Obviously something very natural to me. Right, up next, the new swing. Haven't got the R's going on, however. We'll have to practice. Right. Slightly pulled it, but that did feel better. I'll do one more, just to make it fair. Oh, that's delightful, that. Take that all day long. Radial deviation, apart from sounding like a band from the 1980s, essentially a fancy way of saying hinge and, well, release. And in terms of club head speed, we want our hands to get as fast to the ball as possibly can, creating this lag, and then release. Obviously, for you guys that have that extension in the downswing, you're releasing too early, so you're not getting the hand speed to then maximize that release. For me, I kind of overdo it, driving with the hands, late release. But the upside of that is that I can generate a decent amount of speed. And here's where it can get complicated, because the more I bow my wrist, the harder it is to, well, hinge my wrist. And considering I've been training for long drive, no wonder my swing's been getting more and more cupped, getting into this position here so that I can maximize on my hand speed and then maximize on the release, opposed to where some of the best in the world swing it. And let's be honest, you don't need realistically 100 miles an hour with a 7-iron anyway. Well, I can't get anywhere near as much hinge from this position, but in terms of consistency wise, it's obviously going to be a lot more favorable. And it's why I refer to myself as a cheat, because I have the ability to get into this extended cupped position at the top and then maneuver my way on the way down, so I get maximum club head speed, lag, whatever you like to call it, maximum hand speed. The difficulty is I've got to go from there to there, whilst at 100 miles an hour, whilst hitting a tiny little ball, whilst obviously hitting it quite straight. Right, let's go flat out. Let's see how extended it actually is. 104 miles an hour, plus 50. I'm breaking world records for the most extended cupped wrist whatsoever. Strike was awful, launch was horrendous. I mean, it only went 175 yards, but obviously incredibly fast. Try the more neutral swing now, full analysis mode. Tiny bit thin. What's it saying? First thing to note is that's as fast as I can swing it from that position. Didn't quite catch it as well as I'd liked. However, again, as we can see, less movement from that address to top to impact. Still got the same flexion. But there's no denying, if I want as much club head speed as I want, especially for long drive, bowing this left elbow doesn't help dispersion, cupping this wrist, high right elbow. I mean, I'm going to get loads of club head speed. But as I showed, most people from this position would then come this way, over the top, scoop, extended, cup left wrist, big slices. Just so happens I've been able to maneuver it almost cheap, so when my club does go there, I somehow bring it on the right angle. Personal record there, plus 58. Putting the device to one side, they are the keys to hitting straighter and potentially longer golf balls for a lot of you. Which means if done correctly, you might be in the market for an affordable upgrade in 2024. And if that's the case, you might want to check this video up here on the right hand side. Catch you guys later.